And I like hot chocolate, and I like the snow. Oh, hi guys! I didn't see you there. Penelope and we were just talking about all of the things that we love about wintertime, our favorite things. Do you like wintertime? Look around. Look, Penelope. Oh, I see lots of snow. That's one of the things I love about wintertime. Okay, guys, well, we are going to start in our new journals for February right here. This is your writing journal for February. So make sure that you get it out. You can color it in if you want to, make it look really nice, and make sure you put your name on it, and we're going to be all ready, okay? All right, once you got it out, let's start talking about some things that we like about wintertime. Oh my gosh, Penelope, look at all the snow. Oh, I love all the snow. It's so pretty. Boys and girls, do you like snow? Well, you know what else I like about wintertime? Let me show you. One of the things I love is dressing up in warm winter clothes. Yeah, I can wear my scarf. Oh, I love to wear my scarf. Also, I think about hot chocolate. Yeah, because I'm really cold, I can drink hot chocolate, and I can put marshmallows in it. It tastes so delicious. Also, sometimes I think about the holidays. Yeah, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, those happen during the winter. And also, what do you like, Penelope? I see one that you really like. Yeah, I love when I'm cold, I like to go sit by the fireplace and get all warm. Oh, I love that too. What else do you like, Penelope? Well, sometimes I just like to sit inside and look out the window. Oh, I love that too. We can just look out the window. We can see the rain and we can see the snow. Oh, I love that. And everything just looks so pretty. Okay, well, we're going to be writing on this very first page right here. Do you see it? Okay, it's the very first page in our journal, right, Penelope? And do you see a sentence starter? Yeah, I'll read it. It says, the best thing about winter is... Oh, the best thing about winter. So whatever you think is the best thing about winter, that's what you're going to write about. We'll help you. We'll give you some ideas, okay? And do you see all those pictures on there today? That's a little bit different. Yeah, do you see them, Penelope? Yeah, wow, lots of pictures. Yeah, there's lots of pictures there, and they're going to help give us some ideas of what we can write about today, okay? One more really important thing we need to do before we get ready is we need to get out our 5-star writing bookmark. Wow, look at that, Penelope. Isn't that cool? Okay, we're going to be using this, and you will also need a whiteboard marker so that we can use this today. I'm super excited. Okay, let's get started on our writing. All right, we're all ready to go. These are the things that we will need. Of course, our pencil, our red, our green, and our yellow. Get ready to open up your writing journal. And oh, wow, look at this. We have our sentence starter right here. It says, the best thing about winter is... I love it when we have sentence starters because they really help us think about what we want to write. Look what else we have up here today. We have pictures that will help us think about ideas. Now, it would take a lot of writing to write about every single one of these. But what we're going to do is we're going to just choose one or two, okay? So you can choose your own, or you can choose the one that I am going to write about today. Okay, I'm actually going to pick two today because I'm having a hard time deciding. And I'll tell you why. This is the first box we have. It says winter clothes. That'd be a great one to write about. Another thing that's really cool about wintertime is this one. What's that one say? Do you know what it says? If you said snow, you're right. Another cool thing about wintertime is this one. Fireplace. Oh, I love fires during the winter. Also, this one says staying inside. See that little guy looking out the window? Oh, I bet you know what this one is. It looks delicious. If you said hot chocolate, you're right. And then this last box down here says holidays. See the little Christmas tree right there? Now, the nice thing about these pictures is that they also have the words in there. So that will help us when we do our writing because we can just look up at the word and that will help us to know how to spell it. Okay, guys, so this is what I thought of. I wanted to pick these two because these are my favorites, and I'm actually going to highlight them. So I am going to write about snow, and I'm also going to write about hot chocolate, okay? Now, if you want to choose something different, that is fine. You can choose your own. Now, remember, if you choose your own, though, you're probably going to have to think of some of your own words to write, okay? Because I won't be able to write exactly the same thing as you. So if you want to do these two and use some of my same words, then that might be helpful for you, okay? All right, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to trace the sentence starter. Okay, I'll read it with you one more time. Let's read it together. The best thing about winter is... Okay, let's go ahead, trace them. Okay, I know I went a little fast, so you can pause the video and get caught up if you need to, but make sure you trace these words. This is our sentence starter, but we still have to write the words, okay? All right, so I am going to write the best thing about winter is, my first word is going to be snow, and then I also want to say hot chocolate, so I'm going to say snow and hot chocolate. Okay, so I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to copy it down. I can see all of the words right there, S-N-O-W. Oh, there's a blend, sn. And then OW says the word, says the sound O together. Snow. Love that. Okay. The best thing about winter is snow. And then the word and, okay, and hot chocolate. Okay, so I've got to come down here for the word hot. That's the one right there. Hot. Hot. And then I need another finger space, and I'm going to put that word in there, chocolate. Now, I am working next to a window today, so I think you're seeing a little shadow. I apologize, but it's the only light that I have right now where I'm at. Okay? All right. So the best thing about winter is snow and hot chocolate. That is the end of my sentence. I'm going to put a period right there. Okay, now I'm going to go back and let's check. I've got my 5-star writing right here. Love it, love it. This is going to be super helpful. Okay, so I want to look for my capitals, punctuation, finger spaces, my neat writing. I'll check the whole thing at the very end, but I kind of check to see if it makes sense as I go along because I'm reading each sentence as I go. So I really am kind of checking that last one to see if it makes sense as I go for each single one. I am doing that. Okay, so I have a capital T. Of course, we all do because they helped us. So we've got the best thing about winter, snow and hot chocolate. Oh, stop at the end, period. Let's make that punctuation red. Now, I'm going to be super careful today, and I'm going to make sure that my finger spaces help me to separate all of my words. Now, they did those words for me, so that was pretty easy, but I really have to double check mine. Okay, guys, sometimes I see people just putting yellow, and they don't really think about where they're doing it. Okay, so you have to make sure they separate your words. And if you accidentally squished two words together, you would have to erase it so that you could get that yellow in there. Okay, hope that makes sense. I wanted to show you something super cool because you're probably thinking, how am I going to have enough room to write? Well, look what I put inside of your journals. I put a whole other page. Isn't that awesome? This is kind of like what big kids do when they do their writing. Yeah, and you guys are going to be such good writers. I thought that you could really use this extra page. I'm probably going to use mine today. All right, so we've got our first sentence. Best thing about winter, snow and hot chocolate. Now, this is what you need to do. If you chose snow, you have to write a sentence about why you like the snow, okay? And if you chose a sentence that you wanted to write about hot chocolate, you also have to write a sentence about what you like about hot chocolate. Okay, you can't just say the best thing about winter is snow and hot chocolate. That's fine, okay, but it's not enough information. So we need to add, we want at least 3 sentences, okay? Now listen, if you didn't choose snow or hot chocolate, then of course you're going to have to think you're going to have to think of some of your own words, okay? All right, so here we go. I like snow because, all right, now I think some of those words we do know how to spell because some of those are sight words. I is a sight word, I. And remember, whenever we do the word I, if it's the beginning of a sentence, it's I, but it's also I even if it's in the middle because that's an important person, that's you, I. I like, it's also a sight word. Ooh, there's another sight word. Look at all these sight words. I like the snow. Oh, there's another sight word, the. We know that one. Look at 3 sight words right in a row. I like the. Okay, snow, we can look up here. That'll help us spell it. I like the snow because, finger space. Now, this is kind of a hard word to spell, but it's a really good one to learn how to spell because I'm going to write it right here and you're going to copy it, okay? I like the snow because there's that capital I again. And remember, it's not the beginning of a sentence, but I am talking about myself, so it has to be a capital, okay? Because I can, ooh, another sight word. Look at that. I can build. Build is a hard word, so you can copy mine, okay? It's got some tricky letters in there. That's how you spell build. I can build a, oh, I'm so excited. I get to go into my big kid paper over here, extra big kid paper, a snowman. And I'm going to put that one right up here, okay? Snowman. I can build a snowman. Now, do you remember when I talked about compound words? That's when you have two words together that make one word. We have snow and then add man. Snowman makes snowman. See, that's a compound word. And is that the end of my sentence? Let me double check. I like the snow because I can build a snowman. Yes, so what do I need at the end? I need a period. Okay, now let's go back and let's double check and see if we did all of that correctly. All right, there's my capital at my beginning. If you have a capital, go ahead and put a green right over your I. And then the end is a period. Now, if you had to go on to your next paper like I did, you can come over here. If you still had room over here, then of course do it on this page. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to check my finger spaces. You check yours, okay? I'm checking mine. You check yours. All right, now what is our next one going to be? We talked about why we like the snow. Now we have to give a reason why we like hot chocolate. Now remember what I said. Use the space that you have over here. Just because you're at the end of a sentence, it doesn't mean that you just skip down here, okay? You use this space over here, okay? I love it when I can use sight words that I know, super helpful. I like hot. I could probably fit it in there, but I think it would be a tight squeeze. And look at all this extra space I have today. See all this extra space? So I'm going to use it, okay? I like hot chocolate. Now this one, if you don't know how to spell it, you can copy mine or you can go back and you can look at your paper on here, okay? Or you can look at mine if you're writing the same thing I am. I liked hot chocolate. What's the next word? If you said because, you're right. Maybe you've already learned how to spell because. Maybe you've written it enough times that you've memorized it. If you have, that's awesome. If not, copy mine and keep practicing it. It's a good one to know. I like hot chocolate because I'm going to use some more sight words here that I know. I'm going to say it is, and then I'm going to say yummy because I love hot chocolate. Okay, so y, Okay, two M's together. Sometimes we have to have two M's. They still just make the one M sound. And then Y at the end sometimes can make the E sound. I told you that. It's kind of silly, but that's the way it is. I'm going to use this one today. This one's my exclamation mark. And that's when I really mean something. I really mean it, and I want to say it like I'm super excited about it. So this one has a period, but it's just got that little line on the top of it, okay? So it's like saying it like this. I like hot chocolate because it is yummy. And that exclamation right there helps me remember that exclamation mark. Okay, now let's go back and let's go ahead and make this part green because that's the beginning of our sentence. Go! We've got a capital. If you have a capital, you can do the same thing. Oh, I get to make my exclamation mark red. So go over the period and then go over the little line on the top. Perfect. And then go back and check to make sure that you have your finger spaces. I will check mine. Okay, take a second. Really look hard. Make sure you did that correctly. As I check mine, you check yours. Okay, if you have to pause for a second, go ahead. Sometimes I go a little fast. Wow, this is so exciting. We get to use our 5-star writing bookmark for the very first time. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, so this will help us think about all of the steps when we do our 5-star writing. So let's do it together today, and then that way you know how to use it. Okay, so this first little box, we can check this off if we have our capitals. See, capitals. That helps us remember what capitals look like. Okay, now remember we had 3 sentences. Okay, so go back and check to make sure that you have capitals at the beginning of all of your sentences. Okay, I do, so I get to do this. Watch. Check. Oh, I love doing that. So fun. If you have capitals at the beginning of all of your sentences, you can also put a check in there. Okay, now punctuation. Let's see, we had our 3 sentences, so I'm going to check to make sure that I have punctuation at the end of all of my sentences. Oh, I'm so excited I got to use this exclamation mark. I have 3. Do you have 3? And maybe you wrote more than 3 sentences, so you might have more. Check. I have my punctuation. Do you guys know what this one is? I bet you know. I bet that little finger gives you a clue. This one's for finger spaces. Okay, so if you were super careful as you did all of your finger spaces and you have them all in there, double check yours and make sure, okay? You can do check. All right, and then this one, it's a little hard to see, but you can see somebody's doing some writing in there. Okay, so this one says neat writing. Okay, so when someone's doing neat writing, just like us, they can get a check. All right, so how does your writing look? Did you use the bumpy road, the little bumpy line to help you with your letters? Did you go all the way up to the sky and down to the grass? Did you do it properly? Okay, I was very careful with my writing, so I get a check. And then the last one, oh, look at this little guy. He has a little question mark right above his head because he's thinking and he's asking himself, does it make sense? This says, make sense? Does it make sense? So you have to go back and do what? If you said read the whole thing, you are right. Okay, so I can't give myself a check mark yet until I read everything. Okay, so I'm going to read mine. You can follow along, and then it'll be your turn to read yours. Okay, here we go. Let's check to see if it makes sense. The best thing about winter is snow and hot chocolate. I like the snow because I can build a snowman. I like hot chocolate because it is yummy. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so go and check. Make sure that yours makes sense. If yours makes sense, you can give yourself a check. Ooh, I have 5 checks. I checked off all 5 stars. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put that aside right there, and I'll show you guys how to erase that at the end. Now, what do you think this is for? If you said a picture, of course it's for a picture. So you get to draw a picture about the thing that you like best about winter. Okay, I'm going to go do my picture. You go do your picture, and we'll come back in a snap. And there's my picture. Got some beautiful snow falling with some snow on the mountains and my hot chocolate and my nice warm clothes. Okay, now let me show you. I use my little sock for an eraser. I'm not sure what you use, but sometimes this just helps me keep it handy. So put my little sock on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all of my little check marks, okay? Get it all nice and clean. You can use whatever you use to erase. Get this ready. Keep it in a safe place so that next time when we do our writing, we will have it all ready. Good job today, my friends.